Aloha, it's Jim from Animal Ability. Today's video I'm going to show you 4 terrific hip stretches. Now since these are static stretches I'm going to be showing you, I'm going to give you some info first. The last few years the theory on static stretching, or stretching in general, is you are trying to relax the muscle back to its original state or as close as you can to that. You're not really trying to elongate any soft tissues, actual muscle tissues in and of themselves. So what you're trying to do is take all the tension that modern society has caused in your muscles that's inhibiting their motion. So having said that, I'm going to give you some guidelines for, reaching a level of relaxation to possibly get close to your original state. So the first one is breathing. You want to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Now, some people would say, okay, you're breathing into the muscle. And that might sound a little foo-foo, but it actually has a place in science, because when you breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth, or even in through the nose and out through the nose, you're activating your parasympathetic nervous system dominance. So that's your relaxation nervous system. And that's what you want. You don't want your sympathetic fight or flight nervous system activated, because that's your tension nervous system. You want as much of your relaxation nervous system as possible. So having said that, we go to the next guideline, which is time and position or pose. So you want to spend a minimum amount of time of 2 minutes in each position. So when you do that, now you can spend longer, when you do that, you're creating a safety reflex in your mind or in your muscles, in your body, and your body's saying, okay, I don't have to inhibit or tighten up at all because nothing's happening here. There's no change. So I'm not able to tense up to keep myself from pulling something. So that leads into the next one, which is the tension in the non-target muscles, the muscles you're not stretching. You want to attempt to use the minimum amount of tension to hold the pose or the position that keeps you in the optimal stretch mode. Okay, so you've done that. Now, occasionally you do want to do some angle variations when you're in your pose of stretching there. Now what that does is that'll enhance your range of motion. You don't want to do it so radically that you pull yourself out of its proper biomechanical position. You just want to do it to put a little real world torque on the position. So having said all that, I'm going to show you the first stretch. This is a lunging type stretch here. You're going to put your shin vertical or a little in front of your knee. You're trying to mainly stretch your TFL, your hip flexor muscle. So you're going to drop this down. Now you may feel some compressive stretches in the hip, and that's fine, or in the hamstring over here you might feel some tension, and that's all good. So I'm here, I've got minimal tension in the glute, because when I put tension in the glute it allows this muscle to relax. A variation, an angle variation, would be hands on the ground, or even forearms down to the ground. You can also do the Samson stretch. I'm creating a stretch all along this line down through my body. So the next stretch is pigeon variations. So we're going to start with the easiest one. You're going to get your leg folded like so in front of you. This leg's still back as straight as you can get it. And you're going to lean forward. Trying to keep your back fairly neutral so that you're not, stretching spinal ligaments and just tricking yourself into thinking you're going further. Then we're going to put the leg at a right angle This is much more advanced. Okay, you can do different angles like this, as long as you're keeping your spine fairly neutral. Now there is a standing version, which is putting your leg up on a box. I'll have to show you from behind, but you take your leg and put it like so, get your foot in line, lean forward. Back is staying fairly neutral. So those are your pigeon variations. So next I'm going to show you a stretch that I recently started working on. So I'm not very good at demonstrating the advanced version, but you'll get the gist of it. So I'll start with the easy version. You're going to be down with your toes curled, heels pointing straight up. Put your hands here. This is called the camel. There's a big long Hindu name that I can't pronounce, but the English version is camel. The advanced version, put your hands right on your heels. You have your fingers pointing down and you force your chest up, not your hips forward as much as your chest up. And you've got a good amount of weight on your arms. If you want to take off some pressure, you can put your head forward and so forth. Now the last one is the upward dog. This is a basic yoga stretch here. You want to get your feet pointed straight behind you and then let your hips drop as you pull forward by slightly flexing your lats, so that not only are you stretching your TFL, but you're hitting all the front muscles across your torso, so your anterior muscles. So there are the 4 static stretches. I'll show you one bonus stretch. You put your foot up on the box. You get like so. See, I'm on my tiptoes. This gives you a good deep stretch. This is a half squat on a box here. I'm trying to keep my knee out, my feet pointing straight forward, and of course I would do the other side also. So that's it. Thanks. Have a great day.